Ready talk boxing show, RRT boxing show with Mr. A. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back. This is the post-fight recap of the new, once again, WBA regular world champion, Shumenov. He just defeated Altunkaya in a very high-grade type sparring match. It was a one-sided, pure domination. The fight ended how it started. In the first round, Shumenov dropped him with a nice left hook body shot. So like he caught Altunkaya like crouching down, trying to come with overhand right. Just a nice, well-timed left hook to the body, dropped him. And then from that moment on, he survived that round one by skating around the ring. Round two, he came back out. And from round two all the way up to round 9, it was pure much of a Shumenov just, pawing out the jab and then setting up. I do give Shumenov credit. He mixed a little bit of boxing in. But as he saw and felt nothing was coming back after like around 3-5 round, okay, nothing's coming back at me, he went away from trying to box him to just not putting together smart shots. He was just trying to, lunge in, really telegraphing some wide hooks. But for the most part, he was, he had to set up a jab, and he had come with like a jab and a left, and then with a hook behind it. But after a while, Altunkaya wasn't really throwing nothing back, so the technique and the craft of Shumenov kind of went down the drain. Like I said, it was a nice B-level sparring session. In round 9, he decided to put the pressure on, went towards the body shot again, and trapped him in the corner. Actually let some combinations go, attacked the body with like 3 left hooks. He went down again. Altunkaya went down again. He got up, like he said, he wasn't hurt. I don't know, just the pressure, the fatigueness. He was like, I'm just going to go down. And then he got up and retired in between rounds. He was holding his side in the corner. He didn't even sit down. I guess it just hurt too much to sit down. He just stood up. So the corner just like that ref were done. So I said Shumenov looked good, for the most part. Like I said, he mixed up shots. He threw dummy shots to set up some 2-punch combinations off the jab. But I said after a point, it just seemed nothing was coming back. So his technique and craft kind of went down. He just, the fight got kind of a little boring. Now, the commentators were talking about, like you see in the video, the title, Shumenov wants the interim champion, Arsen Marian. I think that's a really good fight. That's the interim champion. And the commentators were like, we don't know if he's ready for that. Did they want to see him fight Dorticos, the former regular champion, who of course lost to Gassif in the WBSS tournament. And they were making a big fuss, and I know a lot of people do hate all the belts and why have so many belts. And then again, right here on RRT Boxing, I love belts, and I'm kind of okay with the WBA having so many belts, and I will explain why I'm okay with it right now. A lot of people I don't know if people hate it just to fit into the conversation, or they actually hate it and because it's hard to keep track of and they don't want to look into the boxing. Now, you got the super champion, Gassif. To me, the super champion is all about unification fights. Once in a while, if he can't get a unification, he just picks who he wants to fight in the top rankings, stay loose, stay sharp. That's what the super champ is for, fight other champions. The world champion, he defends that belt about 2 to 3 times before he fights the super champion, because he never gets mandated to fight the super champion. He never becomes a mandatory. I should say. The WBA has to mandate that super champion and regular champion fight. So he just has to keep, and it's usually about after 2 to 3 defense of the regular title, you get a mandated fight. And then you have the interim, like I said, so you have the super champion Gassif, who did what I said. He said he's about unifications. Cool with that. Super champion, do what the super champion does. Fight champions. The regular champion just is right now. And then they have the champion in recess, and Denis Lebenev. And I really don't count him. I think the WBA just kind of did him a favor. You know, one, they didn't allow him to lose it against Dorticos, only the IBF. So I think they just kind of like, hey, we're cool with you. You want to retire, but you want to retire champion in recess. So they kind of did him a favor. But the fact that he wasn't fighting, that's where the interim champion came in. They're like, okay, we're gonna give away an interim champion belt because right now Dennis might be hurt. We don't know if he's fighting, so you're gonna be a champion. We're gonna do an interim champion until Dennis comes back. You know, when Dennis comes back, you'll fight him. And it was a vacant interim belt fight. Murray versus Golamurian. Ryan Murray versus Arsen Golamurian. Good fight. Check it out. And Golamurian won that fight. Now, like I said, now the interim fights the regular champion. And that's why I'm fine with Shumenov calling out the interim champion. Like I said, the interim champion, whole point is I'm champion until the regular champion gets back. The regular champion's back now. Shumenov. Which I'm fine. I know it's like, how the fuck did he get that title shot after such a long layoff? He was champion when his eye injury forced him to retire for a quick second. So he didn't get beat. He didn't, you know, lose his belt in the ring. So the WBA was kind of loyal. Like, okay, eye injury forced you to give up the belt. You feel you're ready. You're coming back ready. We honor you as the champion you were. You get a crack at your belt. You think you don't want to tune up. You don't want nothing. Now, if you lose, you fuck up your rankings. You're number 2, bro. He's like, no, I'm cool. I want to shout at my. So I'm down. I'm very cool with his first fight back, going for the title he had to give up due to eye injury. So I'm very cool with that. You know, you got to understand it. A lot of people are pissed off. Like, what the fuck? Just do the research and boxing talk right here on Double RT Boxing, baby. The boxing show. Double R, ready, talk that boxing with Mr.A. Breaking the WBA 4 titles down. So you don't get caught up in the hoopla of a bunch of bullshit and understand why the belts are here. So then the fact that Denis Lebenev wasn't fighting, interim championship was created. Arsen defeated Murray. He's all right. I'm champion. Gassif is the super champion. He's in this tournament. I'm the champion until there's a regular champion. Then I'm going to have to face that regular champion to see, do I become champion? Do I beat him? Or do I just lose this interim belt and it's go bye-bye? Now, of course, Shumenov comes back, gets his regular title. Long and behold, now the interim got to disappear. And the only way to disappear is to step in the ring with the regular champion. Because you're only champion until a regular champion gets back. And Shumenov is back. But the regular world title is back. And Shumenov has it. Which I said, again, I'm fine with because he had to give it up due to eye injury. Don't count Denis Lebenev as champion in recess. That belt, no one's walking around with a recess belt. It's the super title, the world title, and the interim. Makes perfect sense. You know, so I'm very, and the fact that Shumenov and Arsen, I think it's going to be a really good fight. If you don't know who Arsen Goolamaran is, a quick example to put in your head, he's a poor man's Murat Gassiev. You know, he's trained by Abel Sanchez, so Abel Sanchez trains Iron Man, and you can see he fights the same way. Abel has him fighting the same way. To me, he doesn't have that sturdy ass hard jab that Murat has, but fights the same way. High glove pressure, walking down, catches arms, and power body shots, double power shots, body to the head, jab, but to me he doesn't jab enough like Gassiev does, and you saw Gassiev slowly build up a jab, so maybe Abel could get Arsen a jab. So like I said, he's a poor man's Gassiev. So Shumenov, who can do some inside fighting, be a brawler, who has become a boxer mover since the technique beating Bernard Hopkins game. He had learned and stole from that fight. So it'll be interesting to see. Because you know Shumenov ain't going to try and fight with Arsen. I don't believe so. I think he's going to hit, move, and can Arsen do the poor man Gassiev pressure, walk him down, and eventually hook him, jab himself in, hook him. It's going to be a real interesting. I'm very glad. I'm very excited for that fight, and I hope that fight gets made before Dorticos and Shumenov, because I don't want to see Dorticos, even though he lost his belt, so he deserves a shot at it back, but the interim should take on the regular champion before Dorticos gets his rematch. We need to get rid of that interim. Now, if that fight takes place and then Dorticos wants to fight for the interim or whatever, cool, whatever. And I'm okay with having an interim belt. So when a champion gets hurt, hey, this guy fills in and he takes on all challengers. Like I said, the regular champion got to defend that belt about 3 times. And then, the interim, he just keeps defending his belt until he becomes a regular champion or he fights the world champion. But like I said, Arsen versus Shumenov is a great fight. Can't wait for it to happen. I really hope it happens. And again, quick just recap: Shumenov in a high sparring session, a mid-level sparring session against Altunkaya, drops him in the first round with a left hand body shot. Spars him for 2 to 8 rounds, and then in the 9th round he decides to step on the gas, puts him in the corner with some combination body shots, goes down once, and then he just Altunkaya retires in the corner. Thank you for tuning in. Hope I helped you understand why the WBA has those belts, so you don't become one of these just, oh, why the fuck they got so many belts, so stupid. Maybe you understand it a little better and you get a little more boxing knowledge. You can still hate it. I'm not asking you not to hate it. I don't hate it. I think it's genius. I love it. But hopefully you understand it more. The Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. Stay tuned in and see you on the next episode. And follow me on Twitter at RRTB Show. RRTB Show. I'm Mr. A. It is hot as hell out here in California. It's like 108, man. Thank you.